Hi, this is the origin warp that I discovered for Breath of the Wild. It requires a few things to be done. First, you have to have a save wherever you want to warp to. For example, I'm using Hyrule. If you see this save down here, it's a little bit unclear. I'm sorry about that. I don't have a capture card, but whatever. And so once you have a save there, you need to go into any shrine with this gyroscope thing and a pit. I did the one over at Hotno Village. It works in any one with a gyroscope and a pit, as far as I can tell. I actually discovered this while messing with the bug that someone else found that lets you get 3 bars of stamina and 2 full rows of hearts. So first we perform that glitch pretty much as you would normally. So you examine the statue, you delete the picture and pause, you scroll over, hold, double tap pause, scroll over, view memory, and you exit out. And so now you see I have control of this, and I can move. If I were to load a save right now, then the current state of my hearts and stamina would be loaded onto that character, temporarily. But one other thing can happen. For example, if I were to jump out, and instead of voiding out, you see I just get this camera falling down. It doesn't matter how long I fall for, but what matters is that I have the void out camera, that I'm about to void out, but since I'm in the middle of the gyro thing, I can't void out. So then you pause, don't unpause because that'll completely break it and you'll have to restart. And then you load the save, this one in Hyrule, and once I load in, I'll void out. This doesn't work on the shrine that you do the glitch in, but it works in any other shrine, any other place. For example, Hyrule. You'll see. And you see there, I void out, but because I haven't stood anywhere, it doesn't know what to do, so it just assumes and puts me at the origin. At least that's my hypothesis for why this glitch happens. The loading screen's going to take a while because it's basically just reloading the entirety of Hyrule because it's in a completely different location. But that's fine. We just got to wait a little bit. And here I am. I'm in the origin. And there's one other interesting effect of this glitch. It also gives you a strange effect where you fall extremely fast when using your paraglider. I'll show that one off in a bit. Let me just pause this. Alright, I'm back. So as you can see, I have the gyro glitch going. I'm going to void out again. But this time, instead of loading the save in Hyrule, I'm going to load the autosave back at the shrine that I did the glitch in. And this will have an interesting effect that you'll see in a moment. So because I'm actually in this place, I don't know why, it doesn't warp you to the origin. It does this weird camera thing here. Oh, if you skip the animation, it doesn't work. So you have to actually watch it. And then once I void out, I respawn not at the origin, but just on a platform. And just so you know that this isn't the origin, I've done testing, and I figured out that if you do the bug and then run over here and jump off, for example right here, then that would be where you respawn. It's based off where you jump off in this shrine alone. Now that I've done this, only in this shrine, it's very strange. Once I leave, the bug deactivates. I now have this strange property where whenever I pull out my paraglider, I fall extremely fast. I still don't take fall damage, of course. But if you see, I just zoom to the ground whenever I do that. It's kind of strange. It's very strange, actually. And then there's one other use for this glitch that I'll tell you about in a second. So, as you can see here, I have a new save. Completely fresh. Haven't even picked up the Sheikah Slate. And I'm actually not going to do anything in the save. I'm just going to load back to my other one. And then I'm going to perform the origin warp, but on the fresh save. And so, if you're wondering what will happen, Well, you could probably assume the first bit, since I'm in Hyrule, I will warp into the origin of Hyrule, right? And that's right. And since every warp of this warps you onto land because it's a void out, oops, you may say, okay, well then what's going to happen is that you're going to void out as soon as you respawn from the void out because you landed on land. And you'd be right about that as well. But then, where do I reappear then? Because if I can't appear at the origin, because that just voids me out, where's the game going to put me? Back in the Shrine of Resurrection? No, not quite. You'll see, actually. And here I'm loading into Hyrule. And right near Hyrule Castle. If you're wondering, it's actually right slightly southeast of Hyrule, underneath a bend in the road. And here I void out again. And this is where things get interesting. You see I've spawned here, but with no Sheikah Slate. My inventory is completely grayed out. If I were to walk back there, then the game would trigger a cutscene and automatically give me the Sheikah Slate and teleport me back to the pedestal. But I don't want that. So I'm just going to continue going down here. And I'm just going to climb down, making sure to avoid that area where you pick up the Sheikah Slate, because who wants a Sheikah Slate, right? Stuff's useless. And you also notice that I have the 30 bars of stamina and the hearts. This is only temporary. Once I reload the game, I'll lose these. So, as you just saw there, I picked up the Hylian Shroom, and it appears in my inventory like normal. So everything's grayed out, but as I pick something up, it stops being grayed out. And then if I eat it, again, it's still not grayed out. So let's just continue on to the first objective. I'll pause it since nothing else interesting is going to be happening. And one more thing, here you can see the cutscene going as normal, as if I've proceeded through the game. Here it's telling me to check my Sheikah Slate, but I can't do that. If you hear me pressing minus, it's not doing anything, can't use the map. And so that's really the only effect I found of this so far, is that you can't use the map, and if you go too close, then it causes you to pick up the Sheikah Slate. I'm going to pause again. So I'm here now, going to activate the cutscene like normal. And you'll notice that, according to the game, nothing is wrong. I just put my Sheikah Slate in the pedestal, and everything works as it should. Right? Well, I don't have a Sheikah Slate, so it's just kind of invisible. But then it appears, and now I actually do have the Sheikah Slate, but only visually. It appears on my hip, but I still can't access the map or anything like that. Everything's still kind of weird. But that's not all. There's one other effect of this that I want to show off. So here you'll see that the Shrine of Resurrection is orange, nothing special. I haven't completed it, I haven't gotten the Sheikah Slate, I haven't seen the cutscene. Whatever. That's expected. But the strange thing lies in the fact that this works better than skipping the cutscene. So, skipping the opening cutscene, as you may know, doesn't allow you to open any of the shrines. It locks them off, so you have to clip into them to be able to go inside. Which kind of sucks, having to clip into every single shrine to enter. No one wants to do that. And while I still can't access my map and everything's still grayed out here, that's alright. Because if I just go down this, I don't have a weapon, so I can't do the fall damage cancel. That's my bad, but whatever. So I go down this, I talk to the old man. Oh shoot. I'm fine. Okay, so I'm done talking to the old man. I'm gonna head over to the shrine. And as I said before, you cannot enter the shrine if you get the Sheikah Slate and do the scope clip and skip the cutscene, which kind of sucks. But with this, you can just simply open it. You don't have to clip into the shrine to be able to enter. You can just open it. You'll see this in 1 second. And there you go. So despite the fact that I don't have a Sheikah Slate, I can still open this, which doesn't make much sense because before you couldn't open it when you did have the Sheikah Slate but skipped one cutscene. But because I skipped both, I can open it. Now this isn't applicable at all in speedrunning because I can't fast travel and you have to have another save. But it's interesting. And so that's all for this glitch, the origin warp that has some very strange effects on the game.